Hello, my name is Susanna and this is my adventure journal. I'm going to be doing another trail today. It's a little shorter than the one I was doing last time. It's about 170 miles and it is you can see behind me in Lake Tahoe, it's the Tahoe Rim Trail. It's actually an alternative to the John Muir Trail, which I was going to do like 4 weeks ago, but I had something come up in the middle of my permit, so I had to put it back in the system. But Lake Tahoe is a gorgeous, gorgeous area, so it should be a nice alternative hike, and this trail's a little bit under the radar, so there's not as high of a demand for permits. I just picked up my permit from the ranger station in South Lake Tahoe, and if you're going to do that, you need to know the day you're entering Desolation Wilderness, because there was a little problem there where I needed to know the exact date, and I don't plan things out exactly. So on day 4, I will be entering Desolation Wilderness, whether I'm ready for it or not. So let's get started. Day 1. This is the trailhead I'm starting at. It is the Spooner Summit Trailhead, and it's right next to the busy Highway 50, which collects South Lake Tahoe and Carson City, Nevada. And there's this nice sign here, Tahoe Rim Trail, and they've even got little brochures. So let's get started. Tahoe City, that's where I'm going to resupply, is 102 miles away from this trailhead. And this trail is in a loop, so you can start it kind of wherever you want. I picked this section because it's in the middle of a good 30-35 mile stretch where there's no reliable water source, so my plan is to break that up because I hate heavy water carries. I am carrying a lot of water right now in a bear can and like 6 days worth of food, so it's already pretty heavy. But trying to break up that water carry and heading up the mountain. Tahoe Rim Trail marker. I'm on the right trail. Always like those little confident markers there. I've been walking mainly through pine forest. I mean, it's only been like 2, maybe 3 miles so far. But if you've watched any of my other videos, I love walking through pine forest. Yeah, it's just shaded and cool and smells nice, and it's usually pretty quiet too. So here's another little Tahoe Rim marker. Good job, Tahoe Rim Association, for putting all these markers out and these brochures. It's been impressive so far. I've been getting little tiny glimpses of Lake Tahoe through the trees, but I should have a better viewpoint coming up pretty soon. So if that's spectacular, I'll stop and take some video up there. But not very far into the trail so far, but it's been very nice. Alright, here's the trail. Got some nice little wildflowers. Looks like they're dying off a little bit. But then you have this. This is gorgeous, gorgeous Lake Tahoe. So I think I'm kind of on the southwestish corner. So like that would be kind of looking north. And it's about 22 miles if you go straight across it. Now, over here, hidden by the trees, is a lot of snow, and that's Desolation Wilderness, which I'm going to be going over in a couple days. That's where I needed the permits. Oh, I can actually see some boats coming in down here as well. But this is a deep lake. This is about, I think, 1,600 feet deep. It's super deep, but it's beautiful, and hopefully we'll be getting these views some more. The trail does dip away from the lake at some point, but for the most part, it's just climbing this rim that surrounds the lake. So a little bit further on the trail, up on kind of a ridge, these very noisy plains up here, but getting much, much more awesome views of Lake Tahoe. So this is kind of the Desolation Wilderness area. It's still got snow. I'm going to be going over that snow in a few days. And then here's the south end of the lake. We pan around this way. Got some rocks in the way. And then like that's the north part of the lake over there. And then still continues here. So that's a big lake, big beautiful lake. About 8.5 miles into the hike for today, and for the past couple miles I've simply been following this kind of like mountain slope here. But it's a mountain slope that occasionally gets, you guessed it, beautiful views of Lake Tahoe. Not the all-inclusive views from up on the ridge, but looking across at my future, at the snow of Desolation Wilderness that we'll have to cross in a couple days. Alright, I got my first day and my first wrong turn. There's some construction up there. You can see the orange and some construction equipment. There's a road up there. I was not supposed to hit a road. So I checked my Tahoe Rim Trail app, GPS app, and yeah, I took the wrong trail for at least a half mile. So I always tend to do that, like on the first day or at the beginning of these hikes. Maybe I'm just not paying attention. So that was it's going to be a mile detour. Add a mile onto the day. Okay, this is where I went wrong and I feel less bad now. So it says Castle Rock Trail and then it says Tahoe Rim Trail. So you can see Castle Rock is this way, Tahoe Rim Trail is this way. So coming from here, I thought that this trail was the orange one and that this trail going up this way is that blue arrow, because that's what it looks like. No, it's the blue arrow going down this way. And I don't know, I guess the orange arrow going up this way. So, gotta pay attention to these signs. There's lots of signs, but I guess they can get confusing. Although, if I did look at this tree, there's a blue arrow on this tree. Alright, so at least I know what to look for from now on. And I'm on the right trail, so that's good. Coming down in elevation, getting views through the trees of Lake Tahoe again, but now we're starting to see some development. So that should be kind of South Lake Tahoe area. Oh yeah. So in South Lake Tahoe, you have Stateline. I think it's technically its own municipality, but it's right on the border between Nevada and California. Nevada, where gambling is legal, California, where it is not. So you see that big casino there? That's gotta be the border right there. I'm taking a couple steps down because I can already see there's a better view of Stateline. That's pretty hilarious. All those casinos right there. Making a turn at the correct junction this time, and I'm coming up on my first water source, which is great because I'm pretty low on water. I think this is Edgewood Creek. It's not a whole lot of water, but you see this? It's flowing, so it's not stagnant. So that's all that matters. I'm gonna collect some water. Just hit some ski lifts. I was looking down and almost didn't see him. So I must be now in the Heavenly, I'm not sure if it's just a ski resort or ski complex, but it's called Heavenly. Maybe some of these buildings down here are part of the resort. But it's a big ski area in the winter, and it spans 2 states. It spans Nevada and California, and I'm currently on the Nevada side. So I'll probably be hiking through this for a while. I'm sure that will be first of many ski lifts. It's getting a little late in the day, so at some point I will be looking for a campsite. Now this is a different and gorgeous view. This is Carson Valley, and then Carson City, Nevada is right up there. So I'm kind of on the outer edge of that Tahoe Basin, so the non-lake side. So this is the Carson Valley side. And this is a cute little overlook spot because, if I back up, it's got a little bench and everything. But there's also a little tiny flat spot here that is just about the size of my tent. So you know what? Screw it, I'm just going to set up right here. This is where I'm camping for tonight. Could definitely camp with worse views. Okay, that's it for day 1, and day 2 tomorrow I will be officially crossing the border into California.